How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to complete this Conquest Riddle that was just released in MLB The Show 20. Let me go ahead and hide the face cam. I'll talk about how to complete this simple Conquest mission. So it says here, remove the stem before you eat. It is a Chili Peppers Conquest map, and we have to capture the stem within 2 turns or less. And I'm going to be showing you how to do that. It is very easy. It's just a matter of kind of figuring out what that means and how to go about it right away. There are no Steel Fans missions in this. There are no other turn-based missions or any other riddles other than eat the entire chili pepper, which just means to capture all of the spaces on the Conquest map. So that is the only other riddle. Besides that, of course, capture all the spicy strongholds, which just means capture all the team depicted icons on the map, which are the only games that you have to play for this. So I initially thought, okay, I'll go ahead and go up the top there and try to complete it that way. That space with the 2 was actually a hidden reward for a pack. So then I went straight towards the Marlins stronghold. I wasn't sure if that could be the mission. I did not actually play them. I went back to this and I noticed that I had made some progress. So I also made some progress on the time before when I went up all the way to the top. So now it got me thinking. I started to realize, okay, the stem has got to be these spaces to the right of the stronghold right here, and I'm going to fill in this entirely. This should allow us to complete the mission. I would just reinforce my fans right here. I backed out. Now see we have 10 spaces instead of 4. Like when I said I went towards the Marlin stronghold, you guys could see that at the beginning of that initial clip. So I would just skip the turn, reinforce, and now as we do this, we complete this riddle, this Conquest Riddle, as I would call it. I don't really know what else to call it, but that is how you do that, and this is what it will look like when it's done. As we see on the bottom right, turn 2, 13 territories, and we complete this mission. So what I'm going to do now is show you how to set up the remaining portion of the Conquest map. We're going to go over all of the content that was just released today, and also talk about the best way to kind of complete this, and also the best way to simulate. I'm going to kind of go through some fast forwarding and how to set this up so that way you can play the computer on All-Star, Veteran, Rookie, whichever you prefer in completing this. There are quite a few packs. As we see there at the bottom, we can get a semifinal Players League pack, which are going for about 20,000 stubs, or at least they were before they dropped this. There should also be some other hidden rewards along the way. So the main thing we want to focus on after completing the Conquest Riddle, taking over the stem, we want to take over as many of these blank territories as we can. I just call these hexagons, or in general territories, and it's taking over 3 of these blank ones are going to allow you 1 more reinforcement during the next turn. As you can see, I'm skipping through. I'm not attacking, I'm not stealing fans, I'm not playing any games other than the spaces that have a logo. There, on that space right there, we get a 2-pack headliner bundle, which is pretty solid. So you guys can get a look at some of the hidden rewards as well as I do this. I know that there will be, some screenshots once people complete the Conquest in its entirety by taking over all of the strongholds. I've heard there's a set 2 Home Run Derby pack in the Padres stronghold, so make sure to take over that one. There's also a prospect pack as we get closer to the Diamondbacks. So I'm just showing you guys the simulation process. I'm not going to take you through everything. We're going to start to advance a little bit faster here, simply because there's no need to continue with this. If you guys are following what I'm doing, I'm advancing the stages and just attacking, moving out, and I'm ultimately going to catch up to myself in a circle, connecting the pathways for better defense as well. I think that's what I'm doing right here with the Marlins. I'm trying to circle them and then go towards the Angels and the Diamondbacks a little bit later. Of course, the other teams, as I'm doing this, could start to attack. They could start to take over, a couple spaces here and there. And now you notice that I cut myself off. But this is simple. You just use the move fans phase to move some of these fans. They got all eliminated there as I simulated. But we should be good in this situation. We should be able to just complete this, ready to go. Once we take over all of these territories, all we have to do is reinforce right next to the Stronghold games, which are those, spaces with the team logo on them. Those are the only games that you actually have to play if you're new to this Conquest mode. But this is pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward, right to the point, and we'll start to get into some other stuff. There's a brand new player program. I talked about it in my previous video. There's also a brand new event that I didn't talk about, didn't really know what to expect with that. We also have a brand new headliner card that the attributes are a little bit better than what I was expecting. So we'll go ahead and take a look at some of these. But this space right here gives you a set 1 prospects pack, and then of course there are some other packs that could be hidden behind those strongholds like I mentioned earlier. But this is a great way to set it up. I'm going to go ahead and take over these last few spaces, and then of course I'm going to reinforce to set it up so that way I can attack these strongholds and complete this conquest all in one turn, all really quickly. I mean, there's no turn-based missions or anything like that, but it's to save myself some time. I'm getting the simulation out of the way immediately rather than just going straight for the stronghold and attacking them. You can do these conquests a variety of different ways, so I figured for this one I might as well approach it a little differently. But as you can see, I've reinforced a little bit. I didn't move any fans from that space with 3, but I do have it set up so that way I'm going to play some of these games on All-Star or Veteran, depending on the ratio. Notice here how I have a 2-to-1 ratio with the Padres. That allows us to play this game on Veteran. Some of the other matchups, I don't have a 2-to-1 ratio. Like, for example, this one, I actually have less than 1-to-1 ratio in this situation. So this game will be played on All-Star. If I had even a few less fans, like 7 or 8, this game might be on Hall of Fame at the minimum difficulty that I can play. So keep that in mind. I could always just, skip the turn, reinforce on that Ranger space, and play them on an easier difficulty. Same type of thing for some of these other spaces. But I just wanted to quickly go over that. That's my strategy on completing this Conquest mode and just Conquest in general when it comes to this. We were able to figure out that riddle as well. Not that it was really that tough to figure out. It really only took me like 2 attempts before I figured out that I was making progress towards it. And I should have kind of looked, at 0 out of 13. Kind of interesting that, just have to count those spaces. 13 spaces in the stem, and that's that. But trial and error, we got it. But this Christian Pache card is pretty good. He has a lot more power than what I was expecting. If you notice, he has the bomber threshold, 80-80. 75-75 for that bomber quirk, which just means, that he's at that threshold. But that's pretty solid. 99 fielding all around. There's just so many amazing outfielders in this game that I don't know if I'll ever use that Christian Pache or I would consistently use that card. But at the same time, he might be good for one game just to try out as a debut video. I'm sure a lot of other content creators are going to do that. But in this next event that's released, we do have, a couple days. It's a week to complete this. It ends on August 11th. And we can use breakout players, impact veterans, all-star, award series cards. Not bad. I just went ahead and looked at the team that the computer auto-generated for me. And they gave me some good players. I'm probably not going to use this exact squad. But also I was trying to look at some of the cards that I could grind for prestige. And luckily, award series Mike Trout is one of them. We could also work towards Stan Musial. I could try out some of these brand new players. I just unlocked that Justin Upton. And there's a couple other award series cards that were just released. Brett Boone is one of them. We got the brand new Brandon Phillips that we're going to be going over as well at the end here. A couple packs. We got the base round once again out of the prospect pack. A couple regular standard packs. And then, of course, that headliner bundle. These are all the regular packs that I got from Conquest. And all the special packs as well. So just keep that in mind. We do have quite a few stubs, 1.4 million. I'm saving up as much as I can because I'm preparing for much better cards. Jimmy Fox, Willie Mays, Babe Ruth, Ted Williams. I'm waiting for better Kershaw. I'm waiting for endgame players. A lot of really good diamond cards. I recently spent a lot on Bob Feller, so I am going to just save my stubs from now on and just only buy players that I really want to use and keep on my team. There's someone pulled Christian Pache, but let's go ahead and take a look at a few of these missions that you have to complete for this Brandon Phillips. If you complete all of these 6 individual missions, that will give you 42 program stars. And then if you beat the Reds on All-Star, you'll be able to unlock that card. And he is pretty good. He's a pretty solid card here. A little bit lower power, which was exactly what I was expecting because he's a gold glove card, but a little bit better defense. This card always has a really good swing in the game. Very quick swing. But that's going to do it for this video. Thank you all for watching. I'm College Lefty, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Hopefully you guys have a great day, and I hope to be live again tomorrow, but I do have a lot of stuff to prepare for my upcoming school year of teaching. But once again, peace out.